This is the story of a tiny kitten named Milo, and the very first day he opened his eyes. Milo was the runt of the litter, the smallest of all his siblings. His little paws were as soft as cotton, and his meow was barely a whisper. But what he lacked in size, he more than made up for with a giant, uncontainable curiosity. The morning sun found its way through the window, a warm, golden stripe that gently touched his whiskers. Milo stretched his little body, let out a massive yawn for someone so small, and wobbled onto his forepaws. Nearby, Mama Cat watched him, her eyes full of love and attention. With a deep breath, Milo took his very first step out of the cozy, familiar box. The floor was a whole new world. It felt surprisingly cold and smooth beneath his soft pads. He took one step, then another, and then a little tumble. He landed with a soft plop, sitting perfectly still for a moment, his eyes wide with surprise. But he didn't stay. Done. He popped right back up, shaking his head as if to say, "I meant to do that." His gaze was quickly captured by something far more interesting. Across the room, a bright patch of sunlight was dancing on the wooden floor, moving ever so slowly. It was irresistible. Milo crouched down, wiggling his tiny bottom, and launched himself into the air. He missed. He tried again, a little leap of faith. He missed again, but Milo wasn't the kind of kitten to give up. He was a persistent little explorer. His quest for adventure soon led him to a corner of the room where a colorful ball of yarn rested peacefully. It was a tempting target. Milo pounced. The yarn rolled, and Milo, caught up in the excitement, rolled right along with it. In a matter of seconds, he was completely tangled, a fluffy little package wrapped from nose to tail in bright red wool. He looked down at his new outfit, thoroughly confused, and let out a tiny, helpless cry. Just then, Mama Cat arrived. She walked over, calm as ever, and began to gently free him with soft licks and careful paws. She untangled the mess with the patience only a mother has, cleaning his fur as she went. Just as he was freed, a loud bang echoed through the room. A door had slammed shut. Milo froze instantly. His tiny ears flattened against his head, and his heart felt like it was beating a drum solo against his ribs. Fear washed over him. But before the panic could take hold, Mama Cat stepped in front of him, a shield of calm strength. Her presence was a silent promise that everything was okay. Slowly, the fear began to fade away. Later that afternoon, a new scent drifted through the air. Across the room, a small bowl of milk had appeared. It smelled absolutely wonderful, but the distance felt immense, the room like a vast, open plain. Milo looked back at Mama Cat, seeking her help or encouragement. She didn't move. She simply watched, her gaze steady and confident. It was his journey to make. Milo took a deep breath and started walking, one shaky step at a time. He stumbled once, paused to regain his balance, and then continued on his quest. When he finally reached the bowl, he dipped his head and drank proudly. The milk was delicious, but the feeling of accomplishment was even better. He had done it all by himself. After such a long and eventful day, Milo curled up beside Mama Cat. Her gentle purring wrapped around him like the warmest, softest blanket imaginable. He drifted off to sleep, and in his dreams, he was a different Milo. He was bigger, faster, and braver. It was a lion explored in a jungle of furniture and chasing sunbeams across the savannah floor. That evening, as dusk settled in, a gentle human hand appeared near the box. It was large and unfamiliar. Milo sniffed it carefully, his whiskers twitching. After a moment of hesitation, he reached out and placed one tiny paw on a finger. The hand stayed perfectly still, warm and inviting. Feeling safe, Milo climbed into the palm of the hand and began to purr, a soft, rumbling motor of contentment. As nightfall, Milo returned to the comfort of his box, exhausted but happy. The world was still a huge and mysterious place, full of unknowns and surprises. But it no longer felt scary. It felt like an adventure waiting to happen. Mama Cat wrapped her long tail around him, pulling him close. Milo closed his eyes, ready for whatever tomorrow would bring. Thanks for watching the story of Milo's first big day. If you loved following his little adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more heartwarming stories. We'll see you next time.